And she has like the craziest notification songs on her alarms. You're like, what is that? So she's actually getting out of the shower. We we have been working outside in the dust and the dirt and the mud and the muck. Well, no mud because we've had zero rain. I'm Vicky, jealous of your rain because you've been getting a rain every afternoon and we have gotten none in months. We are in such a drought right now. It's insane. Um, let's see, all these crazy things popped up. Let's see, Vicky's here, Jag's here, KJ's here, and I think me. I think that's it. It's just us. Which is totally fine. Actually, I think there are some people here, but they're not chatting yet. It is crazy dry here. There is another fire in Athol. Hi Phyllis, and hi Carrie, and actually, Carrie came over to give me some mother's milk for the goat, her goat Charlotte that's here. And what'd you say? It was up to like 43 acres. So it's kind of doubled. Hi, Carol. Um, and they've been dumping water on it all day. So hopefully that does not take off again. And I think it's over nearby the Idaho Nomads. I don't know if you guys, North Idaho Nomads, I don't think, if you guys watch them, but I think it's close to them. 35 acres. 35 acres so far. So it went up 15 acres since, and 30% contained. Okay. I was really hoping they threw everything at it yesterday when it was just at 20 acres, which kept it from going because we're so dry. Like, it is ridiculous how bad it is. I sprayed down like my driveway with 500 gallons of water just because it had vinegar in it. We were cleaning out the big tank. And so I just sprayed it there. And within one day, you couldn't tell that I sprayed all that water there. It was gone. Bitterroot Mountain, Montana smoke too, mostly from Idaho fires. The Washington has quite a few. We've been heavy in smoke. And then we just got a little bit of a sprinkle. I didn't really appear, but local areas did. And that kind of took a little bit of the smoke away. But I also heard that down in St. Mary's that there's a big fire down there too. So St. Mary's is where originally that's where I had looked to buy land when I very first came to Idaho. So my son wasn't even here yet. He was still in the Navy. And he had about a year before he got out. I rode my motorcycle. I did a cross-country trip. And stopped in St. Mary's and camped. And met up with a realtor and kind of looked at a few places and looked around, and I really liked that area. It was really pretty, but it's far. And so we made the decision to kind of come a little bit more north. And funny enough, St. Mary's gets quite a bit more snow than we do here. So either flooding or bone dry. Where are you at, Jag? Where are you at? Are you in Tennessee, the Tennessee area? You guys were talking about beef prices. I just watched a video from a guy who was talking about be prepared that if you want beef, you better buy it now because his father-in-law just sold calves and he was getting $2,600 for 600-pound calves, which is really expensive, which means the price is going to go way up on beef. So, Central PA. Okay. So yeah, even though it's insanely expensive now, it's going to go up is what they're saying. And that's no fun until they replace their herds. I mean, with those herds going down, like you were talking about, KJ, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. so I've made the decision with my sheep that I'm only going to overwinter my 3 older sheep, have them bred, and then we'll get new babies. That I'm not going to try to overwinter all 6 because of our drought. Hay is really, really expensive. And so I want to overwinter the least amount of critters as possible. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm only going to like overwinter 3 rabbits. Everybody else will go to freezer camp. And then the 4 sheep, so the ram, lamb, and the 3 ewes that I bought, all 4 of those will go. And so then I'll have the 6 goats, but because of the drought, the hay is really expensive to over hay anything. So overwinter anything that needs hay. And then, of course, the goats are being bred, and next year we're working on fencing. So we'll actually increase our grazing area and browsing area. So hopefully should be able to buy less hay because hay is expensive. Let me say it one more time. Hay is expensive. We have to go get hay. Those big, thank you. Those big giant hay bales that I get are right around $200 a pop. Your alarm went off right at 5 o'clock.
I don't know what for, but
your birthday. Because guess what? Tomorrow is Kira's birthday. She has purple hair. You can't really see it because it's all
dark in here.
Yeah. So, and she's going to be 30. The big 3-0. What do people think is a good beef substitute in recipes?
Venison.
I would say, well, you have your deer, any of your grazers, any of your 4 stomach animals. So lamb, goat, deer, elk, moose, any of those can replace all your beef. But that being said, I'm sure lamb is expensive out there, and Bear makes the best chili. So I have never had Bear, and I really want to try it. Don't know what I did because you're going to need it increasingly from here on out. Oh, wait. I skipped. My substitute choice would be venison. KJ says, practice. Ouch, that hurts. I don't know what I did because you're going to need it increasingly from here on out. Vicky says, I like your hair, Kira.
Thank you.
KJ, I don't know what you're talking about. Phyllis says, bow season starts here, so hoping for an elk. Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. To get some elk. Yeah, we're not hunting this year. I may try to get some deer next year. It just kind of depends. I mean, you know, with the 5 goats, I have the possibility of getting 10 babies out of them, and that would be enough for me in the freezer. That would be, and I like goat meat, so you know, it's just raising them up.
I'm so with goat meat. It doesn't taste like cow. I really like cow.
Oh, I get it. So she said for Kira's Big 30, she says, practice. Ouch, that hurts. I don't know what I did because you're going to need it increasingly from here on out. Now I get it. Elk is good if you know how to season and cook it. Yeah. Elk's kind of my favorite. Anytime we go, if we eat out, anytime I ever eat out and they have elk burgers, that's what I get. They're so yummy.
I'll have you know, I've been saying, ouch, I don't know what I did from before I turned 30.
That's an autistic thing, right? Like you guys run into everything and
yes,
have mysterious bruises everywhere.
Like, I don't know where we got them, and I'll just be walking and all of a sudden I'll turn and apparently there's a wall where I turn. My mom said she's surprised I didn't end up blind or anything, given how often I fell on top of sharp things.
Yeah. Fell into fires. Fell asleep in a chair, fell into a fire. That happens.
Get it out.
Oh, buffalo burgers are good too. Yes. Mm. So that was one of the things that Victor and I wanted to raise was the beefalo, where you crossbreed the buffalo and the cow. And because it's just really, really good. And cows are easier to contain, so you could bring in the bison semen and get everybody pregnant, and you don't have to have the buffalo on your land until babies are born, and they're just calmer. Phyllis says, I'm headed to south to Spokane in Canada with my women's bike group tomorrow. Wish you were with us. Oh, that would be so much fun.
You can come kidnap her. She still has the bike.
So, yeah, I have literally not ridden my bike for 3 years. I have not been on it. So my friend, a couple of my friends came in. They took a couple kittens from me, and we were talking about, because I had said my bike's in storage. No, I didn't sell it. It's in storage. So my bike's in storage, and he's like, well, yeah, because I can't imagine riding that bike up this hill, up your driveway. He's like, and then once you got it up, you'd have to get it down, and that would be terrifying. I was like, yeah, I would literally have to trailer it down to the main road and then trailer it up. So I would have to load and unload it from a trailer. And that's scary too. They do have this really cool one that kind of flattens down and you just ride on it and then it lifts back up. I totally want one of those. No, I didn't sell it, and I do have my Ural also. My Ural needs some work, so I'm looking for somebody that will want to work on it, or I need to just learn. So
I'm already looking for goggles. Because once it gets fixed, we are Uraling it.
We love the Ural. So the Ural, I could get up and down this driveway with no problem. Like, it would not be a big deal. And really, Kira and I have, like, she's gone with me. She loves riding in the sidecar.
It's really fun to hold lumber in it.
Yes. So Phyllis went with me to get my sawmill. And that's literally when we met. She was like, I'll go with you. And we rode up there, and she went up there with me to get the sawmill and then dropped her off. And yeah, that was fun. That was a fun trip. Next year's going to be, there'll be more free time next summer. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Next summer, I'm gonna plan a couple of rides, and thank you so much. We've been Kira and I have been killing it. I feel like this year.
Does that mean I get the house to myself?
Yeah, you might. You'd be taking care of everything.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. So next summer, I would like to do a couple of rides. We are also wanting to do a cruise. We really wanted to do it for her birthday, but it's just not going to happen this year.
Yeah, things complicated happened.
Yeah,
complicated things happen.
So
words, not medicated.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
So Kira climbed inside the 1,000-gallon water tank and got that cleaned out. She worked on that yesterday and today. I took down the shelving unit in the old shed, so I emptied it out and then disassembled it all and brought it over here. And I really wanted, oh, he almost fell. I really wanted to get it put up.
She's sleeping on top of above the thing.
That's so funny. Cat in the rafters. I really wanted to get it put up, but I'll probably fiddle around with that tomorrow. I may go out after this and assemble it because it's really easy to assemble. It's really fast. And then we can start getting the shed all in order. But the skid steer's been at the shop getting the oil change. I hope it comes back tomorrow. Oh shoot, we didn't pull the mini skiddy off the trailer today. We'll have to do that in the morning.
When it doesn't matter that we get dirty.
Right. Unless Victor takes it and takes the trailer and then gets it off of there. I even told him, why are you so mean to your mom? Why'd you leave that on there? It's a tilt deck. So it's a little terrifying for me. She unloads things, no problem. But yeah, so then we can start digging some of the holes for the fence posts. And so we have 8 fence posts that we can put up. And then we need to get the posts for the arbor put in, and then I need to just scrape everything with the big skid steer, and then we can start on the barn. We have got to get a lot of the barn done before Kara leaves, and she leaves in exactly 31 days. So let's just say 30 days, because obviously the day that she leaves, she's not working. And probably the day before, she'll be doing all the packing and stuff. So
I never try to pack before the day we leave, so that way I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
It's already done.
It's true.
And the cool thing is I only have 2 carry-ons. I won't be doing a
Right.
luggage thing.
But you're taking 2 cats with you.
Yeah, 1 bag, and then I'll have the rolly bag that'll go up above the thing, and the cats will go underneath.
Gotcha. So that'll be pretty easy.
Yeah, because I'm not taking any clothes with me. I'll be probably packing my books and 1 sweater that I'm going to try to buy a giant pot for, so I can boil it and dye it.
We will miss her. We will miss her. I feel like this year has, cat's got a rabbit. That's that sound.
And everybody wants it now.
She's Kelly says, "Girl, you need a Kindle." Didn't you have a Kindle?
I do.
Yeah. These are books that you bought. You have the series. You bought the series of these books. Yeah. And they're your, what is it, manga books?
Yep.
Yeah. And so.
And I like books. The Kindle kind of sucks in my opinion. I'll read on it. I have another book series on it that I'm reading that I haven't read since I left Mom's. But I like the actual books in my hand because it's a lot more fun to read that way.
Yeah. So, so yeah, we've got exactly 30 days to get as much. If the skid steer gets here quickly, I think we can do it.
I do too. I don't think the barn's going to be hard to put up.
The hardest thing that we have to do is mill out 2x8s for our rafters. And we're going to need 6, well, we're going to need a lot of those. And so we will have to probably take down some trees and load them and then take them down to Victor's, and because he doesn't have any logs there. So we're going to have to load up all the logs that we've got and just start cutting 2x8s, and which we can't do till the skiddy gets here. So as soon as the skiddy gets here, we cut them into size. He'll take them down in the day, and then we'll just go down and mill.
Yeah. If he's there, he can help her mill.
Well, if he's there, yeah, he totally would help. But
yeah, because
he also has a business, so he's not going to help too much.
Yeah.
And if he's doesn't really have anything, he may just get it milled for me. Cutting down trees is scary. I've gotten better at it. I feel pretty confident. I don't cut any of the really big ones, except if I have to cut one, it's a big one. So I don't know. I may just do it. I may just be like, I've cut down enough. I can do it.
Yeah. I just don't like doing the milling because then I have to wear shoes.
Oh, that's true. And I'm going to have to wear shoes. And we've been wearing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've had sandals on. I bought these sandals, and they are for plantar fasciitis, which I have in both feet. So both of my feet hurt really bad. And these guys are the only thing that I can spend any time on my feet in. So we've literally had sandals on all summer.
I just don't like enclosed shoes anymore. Yeah. I've tasted the freedom. I'm not going.
You're like, I don't want to wear them until something lands on your foot.
Oh no, I still wouldn't wear it.
Just take precautions and be watchful, is what Vicky says. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right here too.
Oh, okay. I read it out because other people watch later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they hear what people wrote.
Hi,
Jody. Hi, Jody.
Howdy. Guess what, Jody? I'm turning 30. I can go get a walker now.
Tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Safety Crocs in the winter, flip-flops in the summer. LOL.
I would like you all to know.
KJ said, are those steel-toed sandals? No. I put on my my work boots that are good expensive work boots that were supposed to be, when my feet first started hurting is when I got those. And they did really well for a season. And then my feet just got worse. I put those on, and by the time I walked out to where the goats are from the house, I wanted to cry. My feet hurt so bad. And so I'm still waiting for the doctor's appointment to get in and get the thanks, KJ. She said if you like the content, please hit like and subscribe. Yes.
Yeah. And push the hype button so it gets.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys heard about the hype button? So Kira brought it to my attention, and then a channel that I watch, which is Hey Wanderer, she put a thing out. So I got to put a thing out. I totally forgot. But there's a hype button. You can literally hype up somebody's channel, and I think you can hype it 3 times a day, and that's it. Or you can hype 3 times a day. So I don't know if it's that one channel or other channels, but there's what was it, Kira?
The hype button, what it does is...
What does the hype button look like? Do you know?
It has a shooting star on it, and it says hype.
Okay.
And
I think it's like down in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, so basically, it'll be in with all these things.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they do that with shorts or video. What this is?
Lives.
It's not doing that. So,
and you can push it, and it tells the YouTube algorithm to push the videos.
Yeah, and it's super cool because I only I've seen it, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, whatever. And then I was listening to one of my stories, and they said, if you like this, push the hype button, and YouTube will push it, saying it needs to be...
People really like it. Yeah. So it's not YouTube's opinion whether a video should be pushed. It's everybody else. It's the people who watch it.
And YouTube will make sure it happens.
Exactly. So that I thought was pretty... Let's see. Jag said, I think it is 3 times a week for... Okay. So 3 times a week you can hype up somebody's video. So, yes, definitely do that. And we can see if it really works. We're working on some more shorts, doing more shorts, and that's supposed to really help push your channel because you can get a lot of views with and then that also triggers the algorithm for YouTube to push your videos.
Her chicken laid an egg.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've actually gotten 3 eggs. They're not like every day, so I don't know who's doing it. And I don't know how many hens I have, so they should all be laying about the same time, but yeah, so just enough time to go into winter when they're not laying. Ooh, Vicky says I'll definitely hit the hype button. Thank you. I'm kind of thinking that I may want, so this old goat shed, goat barn is going to be turned into a little greenhouse, and I'm thinking that I may put my ducks in there for the winter time. So I may not, okay. KJ said, yep, I found it on the app on a video. It's 3 times a week. You're hyped now. Yes. Thanks. So I don't know if we're going to have time to work on the, duck coop, or the finances to work on the duck coop. Everything has to be poured into the barn build, and I can either put the ducks in with the chickens, which is people do it all the time. It's not a big deal. Or put the ducks in the greenhouse, which would make it a little bit warmer. So maybe they could actually have a little tub of water to swim around in that doesn't. Justin, he's so vocal. He's like, what? Pops in. But so we were talking about cutting down trees being scary. That was scary. Moving that. I know I edited a lot of it out. But there was one time it popped off because I don't have a ball hitch. I do now. I ordered one. But at the time I did not have a ball hitch that can attach to the bucket. And so the bucket has these little nuts that are on there, and I was just hooking that on that and pulling it for that. Yeah, KJ says membership's great. You guys, the membership is the reason why I make any money off of YouTube, and I appreciate it so much. And I give. So in the morning when I wake up, I get up and I do walkabouts. And I'm usually in my pajamas, so you only see from here up. But I walk around and say good morning to all the animals, and I show you anything that we worked on the day before, and just kind of chit chat and share a little bit more information. And I do those pretty much every morning, and they're kind of fun. I kind of like them. Kelly says, I love the walkabouts. What are they barking at? A cat?
Don't know.
A
It's
cat
something
or a
over-
rabbit?
Probably a rabbit because it's something over there or under here
Gotcha. Probably a cat. So,
with the rabbit.
yeah, Vicky and just I love them. They are so easy. They are unedited. You guys, I don't edit them. I literally walk around and then I put them up. I don't do anything special other than do them.
I sleep.
And it's a lot of fun and I love it. And it's something that I just do. I get up in the morning and I walk around and I check on all the animals, and I kind of make my list of here's what we're going to do today. And we actually need to pull out my big list that I made and check off the things that have been worked on. So that's the big perk of membership on this channel is the extra, because sometimes I'll be we'll be working on a project for a couple of weeks and we'll be filming it, and then I'll compile all of that footage and put the video out. But members get to see basically the daily progress of it. And my memberships are not expensive. I think the Pine membership's like $2. But it helps a lot. So I appreciate all you guys. You need a dry erase board with all projects. I don't. That would cause me so much anxiety. I would not be able to handle that.
We need a dry erase board for all the things I have to do in a day.
Kira wants a dry erase board for her chores, her things. So we were talking about this yesterday because I realized I was getting super annoyed. What did you not do? And I got really annoyed by it. I can't.
Not the water.
No, it wasn't the
Gas, not the gas.
So when Kira comes here,
Batteries.
charge batteries. So what ends up happening is for every time she's been here before, she's hyper. When she first gets here, she is hyper aware of the charge on the batteries of everything. And so I'm just like, yes, she's on it. That's her thing she's going to do. And she is picking up all the batteries and getting everybody charged and all of those things. And she hasn't been doing it. And so when I went looking for a battery and none of them were charged, I was like mad. I'm like, you didn't charge the batteries. And then I was thinking about it and I'm like, wait a minute, that was actually not an assigned task. It was just something that she started doing. And I went, okay, that's her assigned task without telling her.
Yeah. I think.
So I came in and was like, hey, I'm sorry. I was getting mad at you and you didn't deserve it.
I know one of my problems is I can only handle so many tasks, and if I add a task that I have done before will get dropped because I'm not handling a new task. I probably get 5 tasks I remember, and then
because you do water, you do all the water.
Yes.
She unloads the water tank. She lets me know when things are low or whatever, and so that is going to be a big change because the 1,000-gallon tank is going to be filled. So we are probably not going to we'll probably have to do water once a month, I would say. And so that's going to be a big change. But she brings water in at night. gets the filtered water out of the tub that we have right here, the IBC tote, and preps all of that. So that whole task is going to be gone once the water's running into the house.
I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about it.
Yeah, that's going to be a big change.
I don't like change.
She preps the dishes. She empties the 5-gallon bucket of the dirty water and gets me clean water, and I do all the dishes and all the cooking. But this year you did learn to use the air fryer, which I got her an air fryer for her birthday. It's just at her dad's.
Yeah. That reminds me, I keep forgetting that we need to stick the thingy tray in some vinegar. To get
So, Jag said, I don't understand why your channel and chats aren't taking off. I will be sure to hit the like and hype. I appreciate that. I don't know why either. I mean, I feel like we do good, fun stuff. I feel like we're a lot of fun. I feel like we're, I was talking to a friend and I said, I think what I've done, because the advice I was given was, you're either a teaching channel or an entertainment channel. And I didn't feel like an entertainment channel. I want to inspire people. I want to be like, hey, if Heather can do it, then I can do that. I can attempt that thing. And because I show the things we fail on, and I show the things we do well on, and I show the things we fail on. And I do have to say, one person was like, ha ha ha, the fact that you must be embarrassed that you messed up that window. And I was like, you do understand I'm the one that edits, right? I have no pride and ego, like none at all. It's all good. It was just really funny because I was like, that's hilarious. But we definitely, I know that my thumbnails are not fantastic and I need to work on that. And, I don't know why. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. I do think it's, so doing the shorts is supposed to help a lot and that kind of stuff. So Jody said, ooh, air fryers are the bomb. I just got one this year and love fries in there. It's fun, interesting, and thank you, Jag. I appreciate that. Vicki, I think this year has been a lot more positive and a ton of different things done. And KJ says, everyone makes mistake in construction. That's what shims are for. So my grandpa used to say, it's not if you make a mistake, it's when you make a mistake, and then you learn the most by figuring out how to fix that mistake. And so I just thought that was kind of hilarious that this person was like, well, I've done construction, I've done all this stuff, and I'm just laughing. I actually know this person. She's not a fan of mine, so it's we're not saying who it is. So it's just kind of hilarious to me that I was like, you do understand.
Why would you say that?
That I'm editing. I do the editing. It's not like someone else edits and makes me look dumb. It's funny. So, but I do think once I made the decision not to try to teach anybody anything, but to just show what I'm doing and focus on getting things done, because I definitely have not finished a lot of things. Like I actually learned last year, I did not realize this, but I was thinking, I feel like I have ADHD, and like if I take these tests, I test that I have ADHD. And then I came across this thing that said chronic PTSD symptoms are very much ADHD. Your brain will rewire as if you have ADHD. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Now I get it. Because I wasn't like this as a kid. I was very task oriented and could focus on one thing. And I didn't get frustrated if something went wrong or was hard or I don't know how to do this. It was very easy for me to stay on task. Where now if it gets, like if there's a section that I don't know how to do or it's going to be hard, drilling holes in the floor of the shipping container is harder than you think. That is hard. And my brain is like, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just not going to do it. Well, I have to if I want to put a shower. I did have an idea today. As you guys, if you've been watching the channel, you know that I have this teeny tiny little bathroom in here. No. I am thinking as we're putting this big watershed up, I may put the shower out there. I've not told her this. Because this little room is so small, and now is she giving me stink eye? She doesn't like change at all. But this could be a powder room or a washroom. What do they call it? I guess a powder room is what they call it, where you just have the toilet and a sink and a mirror, and a little dresser could go in there so that a sink could be in there to brush our teeth. But we could really have, in a heated building, because the watershed's going to be heated, the shower could go out there. And I don't know. I feel like it's going to be so cramped in that bathroom with the actual shower that has caused me pause on the bathroom. So I literally have done nothing in the bathroom. It's still studs in there. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be super cramped and it's going to be really hard and all those things. So, Carrie said, how do you manage water refills in winter? So last winter, I brought a 55-gallon drum in, and I bought 2 to bring in this year. So that would be 110 gallons of water in here. I shower at the YMCA, so I don't even shower here unless I take a sponge bath in my sink.
I got here when it was still cold, and I tried the bucket shower.
She hated it.
I did.
She hated it. But so we went to the Y probably the first month you were here. Yeah. So that's not terrible. It's pretty nice.
Which will be nice since we're going back to closer church now. So
right.
That'll be easy.
Yeah. But I have to say, I love stopping for the day, taking a shower, and being clean the rest of the night. I really enjoy that. But in the wintertime, it's not, you don't have the dust, you don't have all of that kind of stuff. So it's not like you shower every single day. And then I can wash my hair in the sink and that kind of stuff. And that doesn't bother me. But that's pretty much how I do it in the wintertime. I'm hoping this winter I don't have to do that. The 1,000-gallon tank is going to be insulated, so that water should not freeze. And then the water line coming in will be insulated, so we shouldn't have any problems with water. And the biggest thing we may have an issue with, I'm going to have an IBC tote out at the barn, and it will need to be insulated and wrapped, is whether or not that one freezes. Now, the animals basically eat snow in the wintertime. You can't keep water troughs unfrozen, and so they just eat snow. So as long as there's snow on the ground, you're fine. But I also have a spigot that goes outside so that I can get hot water so that I can fill up buckets of water for them through the 1,000-gallon tank. And then the 1,000-gallon tank, I may have to, I'm thinking probably once in the wintertime refill. So I'll have to do all the runs for that. So Jody said, yes, yes, yes. Vicky, my one grandfather was a carpenter, and his favorite saying was, paint covers a multitude of sins. He was also a preacher. Yes. KJ, no doubt it's hard, but I would guess going from the top down would help versus bottom up, so you can put weight on the cutting tool. Oh, yes. So we started, I had to think there for a minute what we were talking about. We started drilling the hole, and I cheaped out on the hole saw. And so I had to go back and get another one. They're like $25 for the hole saw. The Milwaukee one. I heard the Milwaukee one's the best, and it will go through metal and it will go through all the things. So I have to buy the big one for the shower if I decide to put the shower in here. So now I'm really thinking that one out, because it would be nice to have more space in that room, that powder room, and then having a little dresser in there and being able to brush teeth and do all that kind of stuff. So, but I did try to go through it, and since that particular hole saw was not going to do it, so I got a better one, and I'll be giving it a go with that and seeing if that makes a difference. Jody said, sorry, KJ. Why? What happened? Are you thinking about not putting in the shower now? No, I was thinking of putting it in the the watershed, since that's going to be insulated, and I'm probably going to have a space heater out there, a propane heater out there to heat it. But we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. I definitely want to have a shower inside, because obviously this outside one closes down for the winter. I don't use it. But I could use that. I don't know. We'll see. But then my hot water tank is in here. So I don't know. Read above. Now I have to go back. Okay, Kara, it's your turn while I scan all the stuff.
What do you guys want to talk about? Kind of wondering what we're gonna do. I want fish.
Oh, you hungry?
Yeah, I want fish.
We don't have fish.
I know it sucks.
We have brats.
I'll eat those. Which was it?
So all I see is that you said the drill blade is important. Pat the cost for a good one. I think you mean put out the cost for the good one. That's what I ended up getting. Oh, JK, not KJ. See, my brain just fixed it. Full on fixed it. I didn't even notice the typo.
Yeah, you should just, imagine how many times you go, you hear Chloe, and you're not even responding, and then she goes, wait, Kira.
I've called her Chloe so many times this year. It's hilarious. I don't even know why. And then, okay, so my grandma
had that dog's personality.
My grandma used to do this, and she could never remember any of our names. So, somebody would get in trouble, and it was me and my sister and my cousin Bill, and we were 8, 9, and 10, and me being the youngest and Bill being the center, my sister being the oldest. And so we would be, I don't know, running through the house being crazies. That we stayed there all summer. And she would start yelling kids' names. And she would start with her children's names. And we would just laugh. And she'd be like, you know who I'm talking about. I'm now my grandma.
If it makes her feel any better, my mom was doing that to me and to you when she was younger.
KJ says dyslexics of the world unite.
If my mom was trying to get a hold of me or T and she couldn't figure out which child she wanted, because me and T would both respond, she goes, child 1 or child 2. And that we actually did understand, because firstborn, Tia was secondborn.
Yeah.
So child 1, child 2 made sense.
Gotcha. So, I don't know. I'm going to goes back to her cabin, which she is really thinking about doing.
I will have all the kitties.
She wants to have all the kitties out there. And that's fine. You can have the litter box too. They really have learned. So she cleans both litter boxes at least once a day. I clean it at least once a day. We have 2 in here. And then they get to be outside all day long until it starts getting dark. And then they come in. So they really do not use the litter boxes at all during the day. I'm hoping that sticks through winter. She's like, oh, that's funny. You did it again. Untie, not unite. I need my glasses on. Apparently, I need the glasses on. Vicky, my dad would point and shout, you know who you are. It was funny, but we didn't dare laugh. We harassed my grandmother. No wonder she was so mad all the time. We were little heathens. I did one time, my sister and my cousin Bill dared me to climb the tree in the backyard. And they have a 2-story house and a pretty decent sized attic, so it's really tall, and this tree was taller than the house, and I climbed all the way up that thing. they had to call the fire department to come get me out of the tree. I was like 10 years old and I was way up there and could not get back down. And so I don't know. I think I was up there for like an hour because they were like, ha ha, bye, and left. And then my grandpa gets home and I'm like, Grandpa! He had to call the fire department because he didn't have a ladder that was tall enough to get up there. Get me. So funny.
I'm pretty sure the fire department would have had a hard time getting me down.
I'll tell you, yeah, you'd have choked him out. But when I went back to visit, because I hadn't been back in a lot of years, and the tree was gone, I was like, oh, my tree is gone. My grandpa was like, you're not climbing that tree. Yeah, but my sister and my cousin Bill, they harassed me endlessly as a kid, and they would do stuff like that all the time, and I would fall for it. Yeah, my grandpa would just get a switch from the tree. He'd finally had enough, and he'd walk outside and get a switch, and when we would run by him, he would just swing and hit whoever. And then, of course, we made that a game because you could get right out. You know, you had to come down the stairs and get past his recliner. KJ says, but Kira, you are fearless when it comes to the cat rescue. No way would I have done what you did to save Brennan a while back. So she climbed up the tree again back here, and I was like, well, we'll just wait till Kira gets, because it was a skinny tree, and I'm like, we're not going to be able to climb that tree and get you, girl. Jody, that's so funny. I can go up and not come down.
Yeah, that's how it was with rock climbing for me and Tia and Mom. We went rock climbing as a group. I would take the goat trail to get down after I climbed up. Tia had to take the goat trail up to get down because she couldn't climb up. She was like, nope, I couldn't climb down. It was impossible. Mom wanted to have her, one of Donnie's friends wanted to practice their cliff fire rescue. And being the smallest, skinniest person there, I got nominated. Mom was trying to help that guy throw me off the cliff. Mom was just wondering how I could still grab anything when the cliff was very smooth. I was not letting go.
Yeah, I don't understand a mom that would throw her kid off the cliff. Like, yeah, I'd be like, no, she's afraid of heights.
Yeah, no, apparently it's a thing with my mom because she threw her sister off the deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
some people should not be moms.
Yeah. And so I looked at Aunt Randy and I was like, I'm starting to think Mom has a thing for things. And
yeah.
She looked at me and goes, I'm thinking that.
So her uncle told me a story, and I think it was that cliff that time, and he had to go get her, and she nearly strangled him to death because she death gripped around his neck and he couldn't breathe, and he was like almost passed out getting down the thing, trying to get her down the thing.
Yeah, that was a different rock climb because if it was going up, I would have been fine. This is a new spot, and I was not expecting a new spot. I didn't like the new spot. I was like, I don't know the spot.
She does not like anything new. In fact, today, whenever I was like, okay, I want to pull the shelving unit out of the thing, she looked at me like, you're changing too many things.
We had to go get the boys, and I looked, I was like,
I'm hardcore on getting cleanup done this year before winter, along with the rest of these little buildings. So basically, I get up in the morning and I start puttering around and picking stuff up and cleaning stuff and moving things. And then she'll get up, and anything that I need help with moving, I'm like, okay, let's move this. And she's like, oh, you're moving too many things.
Yeah. I do say that it's a good thing that it's doing it while I'm here because I can see it happening. When I go and I come back and everything's gone, I was like, no.
Yeah, that was hard.
I didn't want to leave the house.
I think the biggest change is when the RV gets pulled off.
I'm not looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we moved.
I'm really hoping that's like later this week.
Yeah, like the windmill thing moving. I was like, not gonna look.
Yeah, for like 3 days, she wouldn't even look over there. She's like, yay, to stick to it, Kira. Wow, that was hard. I can't read apparently tonight.
I did feel a little bad for Uncle Fritz because he's trying to come help me and then he's about to pass out
Yeah.
and save me.
It was like, he goes, yeah, never again. She's just going to stay up there. He goes, she honestly almost killed me.
I didn't mean to. It was scary.
But you know she's not going to fall off of you as you're trying to get her down. I mean, that's at least good.
Yeah, and apparently detaching me from the rock was also a bad one. Because they're like, how does she grab anything? There's like nothing to grab.
It's like, sure. So the RV is going to pull off and go out front. And I'm actually going to get stuff out of storage. My motorcycle is going to go in it to store over winter. And, Jack says, I can't explain why, but I think it's going to be a hard winter. Hope I'm wrong. Your guys' area is going to get slammed, is what I've seen in every single weather prediction so far. I've been monitoring my trees, and now I don't care what the weatherman says to me anymore, because the trees have been spot on. So when I first moved up here, I was terrified because, one, I'd never lived somewhere where we had a harsh winter, and two, I was in an RV somewhere where we could have a harsh winter, and I was like, I could die. I could just die out here and nobody would know. And so I started looking up, how did the Native Americans back in the day, before there was a weatherman, predict winter, as far as if they were going to stay in this area or if they were going to move to warmer areas. And it was based on the pine cones on the trees. And so far, my pine cones on my trees here. Now I'm in a little weather thingy where I don't get as cold and I don't get as much snow as other people. Like Kelly gets way more snow than I do. And my trees are about a quarter of the top of the tree. So that's saying mild winter. And I was also I've been looking at places when I drive around. There are trees, like whole little areas of trees that have no pine cones on them at all. And for us, that was our mild winter that we got. So I don't know. KJ says it's supposed to be wet and colder than normal here, according to the Farmer's Almanac. Yay. Microclimate. Thank you, Jody. We have the microclimate. I'm in that little microclimate. So I don't get, like other people around us will get 3 feet of snow. I get 8 inches or 5 inches of snow. Like it's quite a bit less than everybody else. And so my area is saying mild for me. Now, Kelly was going to check her trees when she went to her cabin and then tell me how her trees were. Kelly, did you check them when you were there, or did you forget? But I've honestly been looking everywhere, because September is the month that I have every year really started paying attention to the trees. And that one year that we had that really bad harsh winter, all my trees were full of pine cones, like every single one. And it was like, this is going to be scary. And then we had the laughy faces. I forgot, we'll be up there tomorrow night. Okay, I'll try to remember to tell you, to remind you. But that one winter that we had we had all the snow. We had the most snow, and it got super cold, and we had that winds that I lost a goat to the cold, 2 goats to the cold. We
Kira got feet thing.
Well, we had that. You weren't here. I was here by myself. We had that.
Kira, the goat.
Yeah, the goat.
Yeah, she got frostbite.
I think she got frostbite on her feet, which is why she has such bad feet. And it was like negative 35 degrees here. That year was our harshest year, and all of my trees were full of pine cones, every single one of them. This year I have a couple that are overproducers. They overproduce every year. So those you just do not count.
I've learned that it's the one, like the overproducers are the ones with the really long pine needles.
Not all of them. So we were looking at those today in Athol when we were getting water, and there was entire groves with no pine cones on them at all. No, Kira's mom had bad feet also. Oh, okay. Check your pine cones. See what it says. And it can be on fir trees. I don't know if they call fir tree cones fir cones. Or if they're all called pine cones. I don't know what they're called. Vicky, our January and February are supposed to be bad here, like -30 or worse. Oh, that's miserable. I'm really hoping we don't have that. I'm prepping for cold. As far as I will have way more firewood this year. We've already started cutting it. Like, it feels so good to have some firewood already cut. And I will probably have like 8 cords of wood this year. So I will be set. We will be set. We'll be good to go with that. I'm pretty excited about having that much firewood. And then getting the barn done and getting all those things. I do think that I've made the decision that because this year has been about using the material that I already have. I think they're all pine cones. I feel like they should all be called pine cones. It just
Pine tree, pine cone, everything.
Roll off the tongue really well. Just rolls right off the tongue. So I'm predicting here right now. This is my prediction, Heather the weatherman, that my property we will not have a super cold winter. Obviously, February we get cold. That's our coldest month, and we may get
I'm not looking
bit
forward to coming back in February.
So we are kind of planning. Kira and I, she wants me to drive and pick her up in the spring. So it wouldn't be February anyway. We already talked about it. It would probably be March.
Yeah, but then we canceled it.
Better.
I was just going to fly here and then you drive me back next year.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. We're trying to do where we at least do one road trip a year, getting her or taking her back. But we want to camp most of it, and the reason for that is because I'm cheap. And we can stay at RV parks. We'll get the truck tent and then a pop-up tent or whatever. And between the 2 dogs and the 2 cats, it should be a good time.
I gotta teach Kat how to walk properly on a body harness.
On a harness, yep. So, KJ says, you're in climate zone 6, so anything you build should be designed for that climate. I'm actually zone 4, because about every 8 years, we get hard cold. And like that one that we got. That happens about every 8 years. My son was talking to a tree guy. He was buying his trees. And he said his fruit trees, and he said you need to buy for zone 4 because we get that big freeze, and then people that did not plant zone 4 plants, they lose their trees. So he's like, so it doesn't happen often, but it happens enough, and in these long-term plants you want to plan for zone 4. So when I put in my zip code everywhere, it says zone 6A, I think. But this guy who sells trees up here and who has lived here his entire life says act like it's a zone 4 as far as for growing stuff. Swing by and pick up Anna and her man on your way back, and they could just fly home. Okay. That is called kidnapping, though, so somebody's got to have my bail money.
Okay, it's only kidnapping if you get caught.
Kelly says, I'm like 7A. I think I looked your area up, and I think you are considered 6, like I am here when I look it up. Road trip. So I'll keep you guys posted, because if we're down in the Kentucky area, we will have to all get together. We'll have to get together and say hi. Not if they come with you cheerfully. It's true. That is true. And we should have enough room as long as they don't mind having a corgi on their lap.
Or a cat.
If I could get a hard shell for the truck, which I would like to have a hard shell for the truck, then of course the puppies could be in the back, but otherwise they won't. Or even one of those soft shells, the dogs could be in the back of the truck. Which would be really good because Chloe really hates the cats. She is miserable. Justin could care less, and all the cats love him, and it's hilarious.
Okay,
He's
he
not
does care a little bit. He's like, oh my god, they're touching me.
Yeah.
What do I do?
He does do that. Yeah, I had looked it up, and I thought it was 6. And I meant to tell you that I had looked it up, and I thought it was 6. Oh, Carol will travel from Indiana to Kentucky. Yes. We could have a meetup, you guys. It would be so much fun.
You know what that means?
I wonder if your dad would let us all camp at his house.
That's pretty chill, so he probably
He
would.
is pretty chill. He would be like, I'm going to go somewhere else. He already thinks I'm pretty nuts.
Here he
Zone
thinks-
4 is like the middle of the East, Kentucky, Tennessee, etc. It's like, it just gets super cold.
It does, and it sucks. I just texted Dad to ask him what he thinks our weather's going to be like.
You guys are getting hit. You're getting cold. You're getting hit this year. Everything that I've seen on the weather predictors, they're just saying it's a weird year and it's gonna be pretty crazy.
He's going to be like, how'd you die? I froze to death.
Kira won't leave the house all winter long.
Like, I'm getting a treadmill ordered because Dad takes his dog for a walk out in the park, and we do Pokemoning. It's cold. I'm not going for a walk.
She's like, I'm not. Ask the note reason for beat feet back here, Kira. Okay, your talk to text is being rude.
I have no idea what you're asking.
She's like, nope, that's not what I meant to say. But we did get the framework for the deck done over the watershed. I've got to use the planer on it because it's all rough cut lumber. And then I'm going to go in and reinforce the long joists to stabilize it pretty good. Kira got up there and jumped around on it, and there was no give whatsoever. So I'm pretty excited about that. All the reason to beat feet here. That's what she meant. So I think we're pretty good on that. We want to get the insulation around the water tank before we put the subfloor on. And the subfloor is going to be our floor. And I bought the good extra thick stuff that joins together. So I will have better flooring out there than I do in my living room. I would like to get another layer of OSB on the floor here. So I'll actually have an inch thick inside here. That will make a big difference. That's why my feet are always so cold in the winter time here, because there's like no insulation on my floor and it's 1/2 inch OSB as the floor. So I need another layer of that. And then my finished floor can go in, which is 1.5 inches thick. So that'll be nice. The zones increase with coldness. Florida is 1. I wonder why he was saying zone 4. I thought the lower they got, the colder it was.
All right, see you soon.
But I do still have a bunch of metal. Most of it's copper, some of it's black. So I think that I'm just going to metal the entire barn so that it's completely enclosed in. And then next summer, when we're milling, when we have stuff to mill, or if our channel goes viral, let's all pray for that. Let's hope this boost button works. Then I'm going to just start putting like 2x6s or 2x8s on the walls and shoving insulation in there, and it'll be an insulated barn, and at least part way or whatever. So it'll be all wood on the inside. And or I'll just take it down and do what I wanted to do with it, which was 4 foot of the black, and then from the black up, board and batten on it. That was the look that I wanted. I didn't want metal. This metal shipping container man, when it gets cold, it is miserable to warm back up. Now the propane heater on the wall has been a game changer. And it keeps the building, as long as we're in the 30s. If we're in the 30s, it keeps it like 68 degrees in here on low. I just run it on low, and I run it all night, and then I start the fireplace, and then we're up to 80 in here, and it's really fantastic. When it gets to the 20s, it drops down to keeping it like 55 in here, which still not too bad. But when we go into the teens, it's like 35 in here when you wake up, and it takes a while to actually get the heat going. So now that I'm gonna have a ton of firewood, if we go into the teens, I'm probably gonna sleep down here on the couch and just feed the fire all night long, I think, to not let it get that cold, because
Those poor dogs.
when it gets that cold, it takes like 4 or 5 hours to actually get the shipping container to like 75 to bring it up to 40, especially if we got a lot of wind. So KJ says, no, the reverse, at least for construction. Garden ones may be different. I don't know. I think the garden ones are different. I think the garden has to do with the lower the number, the colder it is. So, because I know Victor was like, it's zone 4. We need to treat us as if we're zone 4, because about every 8 years we get zone 4 weather, but it's not every year. But those plants will do just fine in the warmer weather. They'll just survive when we have that really cold weather. So,
all right, as you guys all as my witnesses, 3 lollipops for fish.
We don't have fish, and I'm not driving anywhere. I'm already in my pajama pants. Y'all can't tell, but I'm in my pajama pants.
You never go inside anyway, so what difference does that make?
I have to drive, and my feet hurt.
I will drive.
No, you won't. I bought brats, and you were excited about brats.
Yeah, but then I got craving for fish and rice. Mostly the rice.
Vicky, I just looked, and I'm zone 4. Yeah, and you get ridiculously cold. That -30. It's that -30. And we did get that. What was that, a couple of years ago? Yeah, because last year was not terrible. Last year was nice, actually. But I think with the wood shed, with the shop shed, I'm going to be able to do a little bit of work out there, get some things done, and things will be stored, and I'll be able to get them. And my other thing is I really want to empty out my storage building, so I'm no longer paying for those. So that all that stuff can come into the watershed. And then we'll have a washer and dryer here, so in the summer we'll be able to do our laundry here. 4A is a planting zone. Okay. You going to take Kira to a movie for her birthday? I don't know. So we were supposed to have a movie day for my birthday, and we
ended up working.
Well, no, that wasn't. She was so mad, y'all. She was so mad. She was like, "I thought we were taking the day off. It's your birthday," and I was like, "No, I'm old. I don't care."
Yeah, we went and did water runs and other stuff.
Yeah, but then I was like, "Well, for our birthdays, I already bought you a present. It's at your dad's house. It's the air fryer." So I'm not buying you a gift, but we could combine and go see a couple movies for our birthdays. And then we looked them up, and it was all stupid movies. And I was like, they're all dumb. They're not any that we really wanted to see.
Yeah, there's like one I want to see.
Yeah, so we'll probably go see that one. But I'm also picking up the boys. So it would have to be more of an evening viewing or an early, like the first viewing.
Like, I vote we do the movie in the earliest at the Sandpoint one, So
she is still mad. She's still mad about it.
yes,
She's like, who works on their birthday?
yeah.
So now we're going to be in trouble because we have 1 month before we go, and we have been slacking. We've been slacking because we don't have the skid steer here. So we haven't gotten to start
Yeah.
on. The last ride is really great. Yeah. It isn't that the Bronc Rider guy? Okay, I have to tell you guys a story. So, and part of this is really sad, but it's fine. It's been many, many years. So right after my husband died, I'm in the military, 23 years old. And the guys that in my platoon, we all, of course, all hung out together. They didn't know what to do. I was so sad. I was just so broken. You know how that is. Carol says, I always work on my birthday. And Vicky says she's almost always worked on her birthday. Kira's like, shut up. And so they decided, Heather likes the movies. We'll take her. Let's all go to the movies. They picked 8 Seconds. She's from Texas. Let's watch 8 Seconds. Have any of you seen 8 Seconds? The movie 8 Seconds? He dies in the movie. And it's really sad. And they were like, oh my God, get her out. Like the whole group. Everybody's like, go, get her out. It was like 3 to 5 second rushes to get me out of the building. Like, cause I'm like, like, so I'm sobbing. I can't even function. Bless their hearts, those poor guys. Jag's always worked on hers. Vicky said that was a really sad movie. It was a really sad movie. They really just, bless their hearts, they thought they were doing so good. Nobody looked. They just said, Heather's from Texas. It's bronc riding. She'll like it. That's the one we're going to. That's how the decision was made.
Yeah. I didn't realize. So the movies that are actually
Right, Carol.
showing are actually a good chunk of them as I would go watch. She won't.
Yeah, they're cartoons.
And horror movies.
And horror movies. I will not watch horror movies.
Yeah, she's already committed to the cartoon, so she
hard
doesn't
no.
get to go back.
I
on
said
that.
I'll watch the cartoon
Yeah.
one. I will not
Yeah.
watch a horror movie.
So the two we're gonna go watch is The Bad Guys 2. One starts at 2:05 and the other one p.m. and the other one starts at 5 p.m. The other one we're gonna go watch is The Light of the World, which is a Jesus story one, I think. Starts at 1:50 and another one starts at 6:40.
So the issue with those is we have to go when we don't have the boys.
Yeah.
So it would have to be a Saturday.
Oh. We could do it on a $5 day. Like I think they have. When's their $5?
They have but we have the boys. So I officially pick up the boys at 2:00 every day, and then they stay here till mom and dad get off work.
Yeah. So and then that's where I vote. I vote tomorrow. We go to town, see if they do any of the early showing movies or if there's different movies, and we do laundry. Dear God, woman, you said we were going to do laundry last week.
I did.
We have not. And bed sheets. Seriously. Love you. But we can go do laundry, and if we don't get to watch the movie, at least the laundry's finally done.
Okay, we can do that. We just have to do it early. Which means we even need to do laundry before the movie so that the laundry's done and then we go to the movie. And then you can take the rest of the day off if you want, but I'm going to I'm going to put together my shelf and put stuff up. The last ride is a guy from Texas. Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen it. Now what?
Trying to think.
And then, yeah, 8 Seconds is a fantastic movie.
That doesn't sound like a good movie. That sounds like a depressing movie.
It's based on a true story, so it's based on reality and all of that kind. Is Superman still playing?
No.
Yeah, we missed all the good movies. It's like right at my birthday, all the dumb movies started coming in, And like before my birthday is when we should have done it because there was really good movies and we were very excited about those.
So basically what's coming out is The Conjuring, The Last Riot.
You're yelling, honey.
The Conjuring, The Last Riot. Caught Stealing, The Roses.
Hi, Nancy.
Freakier Friday, Weapons, and Bad Guys 2. I don't think the other cartoon I was looking at is the one I think it is.
I have a movie screen that we could literally pull down and do the projection right here, and we could just go get snacks. And sit
it is up
right here and watch movies.
Yeah. We still have a whole boxes full of movies too.
Yeah.
So if we know where the DVD player and the protection is, we can.
Yep, I do. But I have a projector to project it onto the movie screen.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I don't know how the setup works.
It's a Bluetooth, so you can actually attach it to your phone and hook up a movie and watch it on there. Kelly, which theater are you looking at? Because the Hayden Theater has a whole bunch of really good movies still, like the Fantastic Four, Freakier Friday, and a couple others.
I would line in for Waters.
See, Vicky's like, ooh, home movies for the win.
I do like home movies, and we can get a lot of good cheap snacks at the dollar store.
Exactly, and the boys will be here, and it won't matter that the boys are here.
Yeah, that would make it so I don't have to. You can't putter.
Like exactly, Jody. Stay home in jammies with snacks. Yeah, you can pause them and stretch and use the facilities, etc. See, I'm a big fan of that.
I like that plan better.
I love the movie theater, but I want like the whole entire experience of the really nice movie theater and all the things. But they're just so dang expensive now, and I'm not supposed to be eating popcorn anyway or candy.
I won't eat movie theater popcorn. It always make me throw up.
It's so expensive. Like, it's just ridiculous how much it costs. And like, I would rather say, how much is that going to cost for 4 movies? Because that's what it would be if we watched 2 movies, the 2 of us. And go buy steaks and do steaks on the grill and sit here and watch a movie and do movie and a dinner. And like, that's just me. Because, you know, yeah, you can pause it. You can still get the things done. Like, I have to be here at 7:30 to milk. So I'm tied to the milking stanchion now. So I've got to be here to do that. And, and also the new Jurassic Park. So
yeah, that looks like it.
I wanted to see that one. I did want to see that one. I do have to say, can't afford to go either. Yeah, it's just that it's too darn expensive. It's just ridiculous.
Okay, what the hell is Guns N' Moses?
I have no idea. I haven't looked up any of those things, Kira. Could you not be like, what the hell? What day are you going? We have no idea. Jody's like, yes, I'm with you. We have no idea when we're going, what we're doing. I would prefer to stay here. That's why I got a movie screen when the price of movies skyrocketed.
Yeah. I vote for the stay here thing, but I also still vote for laundry.
For laundry, all right.
Yes.
All right, so we'll load the truck with the laundry tonight, and then we can just jump in and go in the morning. I have to say, the laundromat is not, I don't think, getting our clothes clean. In fact, this shirt even has a stain on. I have so many stains on my shirts, and there's not really a reason for there to be stains on my shirt. Like, it's just basic working and outside on the farm, and then I have these permanent stains on my shirts that won't come out. I cannot wait to have my own washer machine where I can soak things and I can, I don't know, use clean water. I don't know if their water's on. I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel like they're getting clean. Vicky, our theater is cheap, but if I'm going to have to be alone, I prefer to watch from my own recliner. Yeah. I have a bunch of Amazon credits, so I think I will rent the new Jurassic Park. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Cool. I think I would like to do the $5 days if we do the movie theater.
Yeah.
Because those are fun.
Those are fun. And Hayden is a decent theater. Our theater here in Sandpoint's a little rundown, and so it's not.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's It was probably cute in its day. It's pretty old and run down. Perfect. Clean jammies, even better. Right? So I think that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. I am definitely, there's things that I got to do. We have to be ready. We're already 9 days behind on the barn build. It's just so frustrating.
If you look at it like this way, we're 9 days ahead on the shed thing.
No, we're way behind on the shed thing. Way behind, and winter is coming. You need anything old-fashioned wringer wash? I do need one of those. I want one of those so bad. Anything old-fashioned wringer washer and make your soap. Yep. So up until I moved here and started doing all this, I used to make all my own laundry soap and my spot cleaners and all of that kind of stuff. And it definitely got clothes cleaner. And I used to just, we do this, but now I have this fancy washing machine that says, here's how dirty your clothes are. So we're going to use this much water. And it literally judges you on, I feel very judged by it. Like I feel super judged by it, but it will add more water or do a second wash or wash longer if your clothes are dirty. But I went through and like spot treated a bunch of stuff, and you did put together my own soap, and all of those
soap. It smelled nice.
All of those things for the laundromat, and I don't feel like my shirts got clean at all. Jody, you are so much further along than you were. I definitely, I have seen the wringer washers on Marketplace, very cheap or free. Ooh, as long as they work. This year has been good. This year has been really good. I feel like we've definitely gotten a lot done, and the cleanup is making a big difference.
The wringer washers are the thingies that you put in the water and then you grab the clothes and you go.
That's what I think, that it washes it and then you wring it through the top wringer, the old-fashioned ones. I think.
I don't know what we're talking about. That's what I was asking.
I'd have to show you. I can't explain it.
Yeah,
because you've probably never seen one.
Yeah, because if it's that thing that like has the two poles.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some of those. I've looked them up on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I was going to surprise her for her birthday, and I was like,
I'll take it.
Yeah, we don't know where. I was like, I'm gonna get this, and she's gonna complain because we have nowhere to put it.
No, I want one of those so bad. And then like the dryer, we'd have to run the generator for it. But honestly, I think it would be worth it, and it would still be cheaper than going to the laundromat because the laundromat is expensive.
Then she baffled my brain with, "We can freeze dry our clothes."
Yeah,
I was like, "What?"
That's totally a thing. But in the wintertime, I'm gonna put a laundry string down the center of the kitchen, and I could literally hang clothes there, and they can dry because of the fireplace.
We're gonna have to make it to where the cats don't jump on it, because
they'll be fine. The cats will be fine. It won't be a big deal. They'll be fine.
Yes, because they have proven multiple times that they are capable of not making bad choices.
They'll be fine, Kira. So, guys, I think that's about it. It's like 6:23. We need to, I need to go grill some brats and feed her and let her pretend that it's fish.
I'm opening up a can.
If my washer calculated by dirt, the tilt light would light up. It really does. The Amish freeze dry their clothes in the winter. See, Carol.
My brain just couldn't wrap around it. It's like,
well, you can also freeze dry hides, and I'd really like to try it.
That would make sense.
It's the same concept. But you have to have really, really, really cold temperatures. I think it was under 20 degrees. To do those.
Yeah, because I've seen people who were like in Alaska or some other place where they had a boiling hot pot of water. Mm-hmm. They threw it in the air and it just turned to steam. And I was like, I'm not moving there.
It turned to ice.
No, it was steam. It was literal steam. Ice balls. It went in the wind.
We're going to go. Hey, where's my exit button? There it is. Everybody have a great night, week. We'll see you next month. Unless you're a member, we'll see you Thursday. Bye. That's the other thing members get. Thursday Night Lives. Bye, everybody.
Bye. There's a dot on me.